Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you've been a subscriber or watched a couple of my videos before. My name's Jason. So it's been a long time since I've posted anything on here. I posted a couple of shorts, just me working out and stuff like that. If you've watched the channel, I've struggled with my weight and my health for quite a long time. My weight, the longest, I was fat as a kid, grew up being fat, got into some better shape, got strong, went through the police academy, and then got blood clots. Basically start back over again. And then for the last 4 or so years since my blood clots, I've struggled going up to 300 pounds, lose a little weight, and then, January 1st of next year, 300 pounds again and back down until we moved to Florida in 2022. I haven't been back up to 300 since then. Hovered around 270 down to like 265, maybe 260-ish for short periods, especially when I would like do really long fasts, but then I would binge and then the weight would go back up. So when I saw my vascular surgeon back in the summer, maybe June or July, I don't really remember now, but he had mentioned I look into taking one of the GLP medications. And I gotta say, at first, I was pretty pissed off. It was kind of like being told, hey, you're fat, by someone else. I can look at myself all the time and think, okay, fat guy, let's do something. Try something and then fall back off. But to have a doctor say it to me, kind of sucked. Not kinda, it really did suck. So after he said that, I went to my primary and I talked to her about that kind of stuff. And she also said she thought it would be good for me. So September 12th, I took my first shot of compound tirzepatide. When I took that first shot, I weighed in at 269.5. I started off pretty slow. Since I was doing a compounding pharmacy, I was able to kind of go at the pace I thought was best. And I'd seen some videos on microdosing, so I decided to start off my shots at 1.2 milligrams instead of the regular starting dose of 2.5. I don't have all that stuff written down right now, so this is just kind of like a general thing. But that first month, I took 1.2 milligrams once a week. I do feel like it started to help right after my first shot. So the first shot I took was at like 7 o'clock on whatever night that was. When I was in bed trying to go to sleep, I had a little bit of stomach. I was kind of nauseous, but just for a little bit. Went to sleep, woke up the next day, had to go out and do some stuff. And I don't know, maybe it was just in my head, or maybe the medicine starts working that fast, but I didn't think about going out and stopping at a restaurant, eating the food, stopping at a gas station to get M&Ms or, Doritos or Takis or anything like that. And I noticed that for the first 4 or so weeks, it kind of stayed that way. Weight did start going down. Not a huge amount, but some. It was enough where I liked the progress, I felt better, and all that kind of stuff. So I've currently been on it for 15 weeks, and just before Christmas, at my last weigh-in, before Christmas, I was 255.4. So down a total of 14 pounds over right at like 15 weeks. Now, over Christmas, I did eat a little more, so when I just took my last shot, I was up to 260, but I don't expect that to last as I've gotten better at eating. Because over Christmas, I ate cookies, we had lots of carbohydrates and just some crap. But the last couple of days have been better. Not perfect, but been better. During, after that 4 weeks, I kind of started splitting my shots up, where I would do one shot on Monday morning and basically one on Thursday evening. So it was like 3.5 days. Yeah, I think that was it. So basically, when I was up to 2.5 milligrams, I took 1.2 one day and 1.3 on the second shot. And then over the last couple weeks, I've moved up to 5 milligrams a week, where I did 2.5 on the first day, 2.5 on the second day. And I think that was nice, being able to, because splitting them up, I basically had 0 side effects, like none. No stomach issues really. Tiny bit of nausea, maybe on the next morning, but it only lasted for a couple hours and then I was fine. So when I was doing the 2.5 to 2.5, very minimal side effects. Now I have a new job, which we went through their formula. formula. I don't know what it is. My wife, she knows all this insurance stuff. She looked through it, seeing that zepbound is approved and I can get that through my insurance with prior authorization. So I see my doctor on the 31st about doing that instead of having to pay for the compounding. So I've started switching my doses. Instead of doing 2.5 twice a week, I've been building up so I can get to that 5 milligrams once a week. This last week was my biggest dose at one time I've had. On my Thursday dose, I was at a 4, took 4 milligrams. I definitely could feel the appetite suppression, like it was a lot. But we had a brand new gift card for BW3s. So we got wings and potato wedges because it was, right after Christmas, still in that holiday mode. And I felt terrible. I'd never felt that bad in my entire life. I felt like I was backed up in my stomach. And it took 4 or 5 hours before I started feeling better. So that's something I have to learn, because before, when I was splitting my doses, I felt full and didn't eat as much, but it never felt the way I felt after that 4 milligram dose. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Now I will say, maybe it's because I've been splitting the doses and I started at a lower dose. I haven't felt tired. I've had no constipation, no diarrhea, nothing like that. So I'm hoping that maybe my slow buildup will keep it that way. So as I progress on, whether I have to go up, do my 5, and then if I have to go up to 7.5, whatever, on that scale, hopefully I can continue and really not have many side effects. Now, I know not everybody loves this kind of stuff, and eventually I'm going to hear people talking about how bad it is, and don't you know how unsafe this is? Maybe. But you know what else is not safe? Weighing 265 or 60 pounds, whatever it is, at 46 years old, asthma, blood clots, high blood pressure, sometimes, not all the time. So this is my choice. If you're here for it, you're here for it. If you're not, it's not a big deal. You just go about your day, and I will too. So this is pretty much just off the cuff. I didn't write anything down. I didn't really think much about it. Just came out in the garage and started talking. I will plan on making more videos quite often, especially now because I'm off work for the next week again. I'll see you in a little while. If you have any questions or there's something I didn't say that you want me to kind of, explain or anything like that, leave a comment and I'll get back with you. See ya.